Most people overestimate what they can do in a week and underestimate what they can do in 6 months. That's where the magic happens. That's where lives are transformed. Let me ask you this. Where do you want to be 6 months from now? Are you satisfied with where you are right now? If not, then pay close attention, because what I'm about to share with you can be the turning point in your life. Success, my friends, is not an accident. It's a choice. It's a deliberate, intentional decision you make every single day. And today, right here, right now, you have the opportunity to make that choice. Now, let's break down this 6-month plan into manageable pieces. Because remember, we don't make big changes overnight. We make small changes consistently, and over time, those small changes add up to something remarkable. The first step in our 6-month plan is clarity. You've got to know what you want. Sounds simple, doesn't it? But you'd be amazed how many people go through life without a clear direction. They're like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly on the ocean of life. So I want you to take out a piece of paper right now. Go ahead, I'll wait. Now I want you to write down your top 3 goals for the next 6 months. Be specific. Don't just write make more money. Write down increase my income by 20% or start business that generates $1,000 a month. You see, vague goals produce vague results, but specific goals, they produce specific results. That's the power of clarity. Now, once you have your goals written down, I want you to ask yourself, why? Why do you want to achieve these goals? What's driving you? Because let me tell you something, when the going gets tough, and it will get tough, it's your why that will keep you going. Maybe you want to provide a better life for your family. Maybe you want to make a difference in your community. Maybe you want to prove to yourself that you can do it. Whatever it is, make sure it's powerful enough to get you out of bed in the morning and keep you going when you feel like giving up. The second step in our 6-month plan is commitment. You see, it's not enough to just write down your goals and your why. You've got to commit to them. You've got to make a promise to yourself that you're going to see this through, no matter what. Now, I'm not talking about some flimsy New Year's resolution that you forget about by February. I'm talking about a rock-solid, unshakable commitment. The kind of commitment that says, I don't care if it's raining, if I'm tired. If I don't feel like it, I'm going to do what needs to be done. Because here's the truth, success is not about feeling motivated all the time. It's about doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it. That's what separates the achievers from the dreamers. So how do you make this commitment? You make it public. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your coworkers. Post it on social media if you have to. Because when you make your commitment public, you're not just accountable to yourself anymore. You're accountable to everyone who knows about your goals. And let me tell you, there's nothing quite like the fear of public failure to keep you on track. Use that fear. Let it drive you. Let it push you to do things you never thought possible. The third step in our 6-month plan is creating a roadmap. You see, having a goal without a plan is just a wish. And wishes don't change lives. Plans do. So, take each of your goals and break them down into monthly milestones. What do you need to achieve by the end of month 1? Month 2? Month 3? Be specific. Be realistic. But most importantly, be challenging. Because here's the thing, if your goals don't scare you a little bit, they're not big enough. You've got to stretch yourself. You've got to push beyond your comfort zone. That's where growth happens. That's where success is born. Now, once you have your monthly milestones, break them down even further into weekly and daily tasks. What do you need to do each week, each day, to hit those monthly milestones? Maybe it's making 5 sales calls a day. Maybe it's writing 1,000 words for your book. Maybe it's spending an hour learning a new skill. Whatever it is, make it specific, make it measurable, and most importantly, make it non-negotiable. You see, success is not about doing extraordinary things. It's about doing ordinary things extraordinarily well, consistently over time. It's about the small actions you take every single day that add up to big results over 6 months. The fourth step in our 6-month plan is taking massive action. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Jim, I've tried taking action before. It didn't work. Well, let me tell you why. Most people take action like this. They get excited. They start strong. They go all out for a week or 2. And then what happens? They burn out. They get discouraged. They give up. But that's not what I'm talking about when I say massive action. I'm talking about consistent, persistent, relentless action. Day in, day out, rain or shine, good mood or bad mood, you what needs to be done. Because here's the secret. Success is not about intensity. It's about consistency. It's not about doing a lot for a little while. It's about doing a little every single day for a long time. So how do you take massive action? You start small. You build momentum. You create habits. Because once something becomes a habit, it becomes effortless. It becomes automatic. Let's say one of your goals is to write a book in 6 months. Don't start by trying to write for 5 hours a day. Start by writing for 15 minutes every single day. No exceptions. No excuses. At first it might feel like you're not making much progress, but stick with it. Because after a week you'll have written for almost 2 hours. After a month you'll have written for over 7 hours. After 6 months, you'll have written for over 45 hours. That's enough to write a book. And here's the best part. By the end of those 6 months, writing will have become a habit. It will be as natural as brushing your teeth. That's the power of consistent, massive action. The 5th step in our 6-month plan is continuous learning. You see, if you want to achieve extraordinary results, you've got to become an extraordinary person. And the way you do that is through constant, never-ending improvement. Now, I'm not talking about going back to school or getting another degree. I'm talking about dedicating time every single day to improving yourself, to learning new skills, to expanding your knowledge, to challenging your assumptions. Read books, listen to podcasts, watch educational videos, attend seminars, find mentors. Surround yourself with people who are smarter than you, more successful than you. Because here's the truth, you will become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So choose wisely. And remember, it's not just about acquiring knowledge, it's about applying that knowledge. Because knowledge without action is useless. It's like having $1 million check and never cashing it. So for every book you read, for every podcast you listen to, for every seminar you attend, ask yourself, how can I apply this to my life? How can I use this to get closer to my goals? And then do it. Take action on what you learn. That's how you grow. That's how you improve. That's how you succeed. The 6th step in our 6-month plan is measuring progress. You see, what gets measured gets improved. If you don't know where you are, how can you know if you're moving in the right direction? So create a system to track your progress. It could be a journal, a spreadsheet, an app, whatever works for you. But make sure you're tracking your actions and your results every single day. Did you complete your daily tasks? Did you hit your weekly milestones? Are you on track to reach your monthly goals? Be honest with yourself, because the only person you're cheating if you're not honest is yourself. And here's the thing, don't just focus on the results. Focus on the process, because the results will come if you trust the process. If you're doing the right things consistently day after day, the results will take care of themselves. Now, what happens if you're not seeing the results you want? Do you give up? Do you throw in the towel? Absolutely not. You adjust. You pivot. You try something different. Remember, failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. Every setback, every obstacle, every failure is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to get better. Embrace it. Learn from it. And then get back up and keep moving forward. The 7th step in our 6-month plan is celebrating progress. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Jim, I'll celebrate when I reach my goals. But here's the thing, if you wait to celebrate until you've reached your ultimate goal, you're missing out on a powerful motivational tool. You see, success is not just about the destination. It's about the journey. It's about acknowledging and celebrating the small wins along the way. Because those small wins build momentum. They build confidence. They keep you motivated when things get tough. So celebrate every milestone you hit. Celebrate every obstacle you overcome. Celebrate every day that you stick to your plan. It doesn't have to be big. Maybe it's treating yourself to your favorite coffee. Maybe it's taking an hour to do something you enjoy. Whatever it is, make sure you're acknowledging your progress. Because here's the truth, success breeds success. The more you acknowledge your progress, the more progress you'll make. It's a positive feedback loop that will propel you towards your goals faster than you ever thought possible. The 8th step in our 6-month plan is building resilience. Because let me tell you something, the road to success is not a straight line. It's not smooth. It's not easy. There will be obstacles. There will be setbacks. There will be days when you feel like giving up. But here's the difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who don't: resilience. The ability to bounce back. The ability to keep going when everything in you wants to quit. So, how do you build resilience? You start by changing your perspective. Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, see them as challenges. Instead of seeing failures as the end, see them as lessons. Instead of seeing setbacks as reasons to quit, see them as opportunities to grow stronger. Remember, diamonds are formed under pressure. Gold is purified by fire. And your character, your strength, your resilience, they're all forged in the crucible of adversity. So when things get tough, and they will get tough, don't run from it. Don't hide from it. Embrace it. Face it head on. Because on the other side of that challenge, on the other side of that obstacle, that's where your dreams are waiting for you. The 9th step in our 6-month plan is surrounding yourself with the right people. You see, success is not a solo sport. It's a team effort. And the team you choose to surround yourself with can make or break your success. So, take a look at the people in your life. Are they supporting your dreams? Are they encouraging you? Are they pushing you to be better? Or are they dragging you down? Are they discouraging you? Are they telling you that your dreams are impossible? If it's the latter, it might be time to make some changes. Now, I'm not saying you need to cut people out of your life. But you might need to limit your exposure to negative influences, and you definitely need to seek out positive influences. Find people who are on the same journey as you. Find people who have already achieved what you want to achieve. Join mastermind groups, attend networking events, seek out mentors. Because when you surround yourself with success, success becomes normal. It becomes expected. It becomes inevitable. And here's the beautiful thing: when you start achieving your goals, when you start living your dreams, you become an inspiration to others. You become the positive influence in someone else's life. And that, my friends, is how we create a ripple effect of success that can change the world. The 10th step in our 6-month plan is developing discipline. Now, I know discipline isn't a sexy word. It doesn't sound fun. It doesn't sound exciting. But let me tell you something, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. You see, motivation is fickle. It comes and goes. Some days you'll wake up feeling like you can conquer the world. Other days you'll struggle to get out of bed, but discipline is constant. Discipline is reliable. Discipline is what gets you to do what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel. So how do you develop discipline? You start small. You start with one habit. Maybe it's waking up 30 minutes earlier. Maybe it's exercising for 15 minutes a day. Maybe it's reading 10 pages of a book. Whatever it is, choose one thing and commit to doing it every single day for the next 30 days. No exceptions, no excuses. At first it will be hard. You'll have to force yourself to do it, but stick with it. Because after a few weeks, something magical happens. It becomes easier. It becomes automatic. It becomes a part of who you are. And once you've mastered one habit, you move on to the next, and the next. And before you know it, you become a disciplined, focused, unstoppable force moving towards your goals. Remember, discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And the stronger your discipline, the closer you get to your dreams. The 11th step in our 6-month plan is staying flexible. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jim, you just told us to be disciplined. Now you're telling us to be flexible. Which is it? Well, the truth is it's both. You need the discipline to stick to your plan, but you also need the flexibility to adjust your plan when necessary. Because here's the thing, life doesn't always go according to plan. Circumstances change. New opportunities arise. Unforeseen challenges pop up. And if you're too rigid, if you're unwilling to adapt, you might miss out on something great. Or worse, you might keep pushing in a direction that's no longer serving you. So, how do you stay flexible? You stay open-minded. You stay curious. You're always looking for better ways to do things. You're always asking, is this still the best path to my goals? Is there a smarter way? A faster way? A more efficient way? And if you find a better way, don't be afraid to change course. Don't let the fear of starting over hold you back. Because it's not starting over. It's starting from experience. It's starting with more knowledge, more skills, more understanding than you had before. Remember, the goal is not to stick to the plan at all costs. The goal is to achieve your dreams. And sometimes that means being willing to take a detour to try a different route, to blaze a new trail. The 12th and final step in our 6-month plan is taking care of yourself. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Jim, I don't have time for self-care. I'm too busy working on my goals, but let me tell you something. If you don't take care of yourself, you won't be able to take care of your dreams. You see, success is not just about what you achieve. It's about who you become in the process. And if you burn yourself out, if you sacrifice your health, your relationships, your peace of mind in pursuit of your goals, then what's the point? So make self-care a non-negotiable part of your plan. Get enough sleep. Eat healthy foods. Exercise regularly. Take time to relax and recharge. Nurture your relationships. Feed your soul. Because here's the truth, your energy, your creativity, your productivity, they all stem from your well-being. When you take care of yourself, you have more to give to your goals, to your dreams, to the world. And remember, self-care is not selfish. It's necessary. It's what allows you to show up as the best version of yourself day after day, week after week, month after month. Now, let's bring it all together. We've talked about 12 steps to achieve your dreams with a 6-month success plan. Clarity, commitment, creating a roadmap, taking massive action, continuous learning, measuring progress, celebrating wins, building resilience, surrounding yourself with the right people, developing discipline, staying flexible, and taking care of yourself. But here's the thing, knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. So what are you going to do with what you've learned today? Are you going to let it go in one ear and out the other? Or are you going to take action? Because right now, in this moment, you have a choice. You can choose to continue on the same path you've been on. Or you can choose to make a change. You can choose to commit to your dreams. You can choose to commit to this 6-month plan. And let me tell you something, 6 months from now, you're going to ride. That's guaranteed.